We're traveling. You know, I love a good island.
For Solent, it's between England and a little island called the Isle of Wight. I think you'd love it.
I mean, you have opened my eyes to islands. You really have.
I'll tell you what they do have at the Isle of Wight. They have a boat race, a regatta, with all the boats that go to Cowes in the Isle of Wight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How do you spell cows?
Well, Cowes. You can't milk those cows.
See, if I saw that in writing, I would call it cows.
Yeah, no, just cows. Yeah.
Cows. Moo. There you go. Well, moving on. I think it's a very interesting island. Did you know Queen Victoria, she used to have a house there. She used to vacation. It's actually a very popular vacation spot.
It is. It's a very, very popular vacation spot. Yeah, she had a house there called Osborne House. It was her summer house. But loads of them, like Jane Austen was there, Charles Dickens, Lewis Carroll. They all liked the Isle of Wight. And yours truly, moi, we used to go there as little girls. So, yeah, I've been on that ferry going across to the Isle of Wight. Finished up going to Shanklin, beautiful village, full of thatch cottages. The roofs are made out of straw.
Like the little pigs?
Yeah, but look at a place called God's Hill. It's a little village near Shanklin. Oh, it's gorgeous, little thatched cottage, like going back in time.
That sounds so delightful.
And what they have as well, which is really popular, I think you'd like this. Maybe it would go in your guest room. They have naturally coloured sand, and you can buy, they sell like glass lighthouses. Really is like a test tube upside down, but say it'd be like a glass lighthouse. The sand inside the glass is all different colours. It's a bit kitschy, but it's nice. And they have a place called the Needles.
I looked it up though. I find this kind of interesting. It's in the southern part of England.
Yeah.
But the Welsh call it YNYS. They call it yins. If I'm pronouncing it right. I'm probably not.
In Shanklin especially, they have lovely like little crazy golf course.
Sounds like a real tourist trap.
I suppose it must be these days. I went when I was a little girl and it was in the days when people travelled, but they didn't go mad, not like today. If you took a picture, you just took it for your family to look at. You didn't take it and post it for the rest of the world to look at.
Do they got any bus tours?
We went on a bus tour. There must be bus tours still today. You could take a bus tour all around the island and it stops off in different places so you can see all the islands. It's only tiny.
I love a bus. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the food.
Yeah,
they say they're known for their fine crab, which of course, you know, it's an island. They probably got fishermen and stuff like that. They also are known for their cream teas.
Oh, lovely.
So is it just like tea and then you put a bunch of cream in it?
The cream tea is lovely. You can have a choice of teas. You can have English, your Earl Grey, your Lapsang Souchong, whatever you fancy, your Rabouche or whatever it's called. There's all different teas you can have. You could have it with a slice of lemon, so you could have a lemon tea, or you usually have like a dash of milk, what the Europeans call an English tea, because they don't tend to put milk in their teas. So you've got your cup of tea going, and then they bring in a cream tea. Usually starts off with some nice triangle sandwiches. All the crusts are cut off, you know, they're just tiny little morsels of this lovely sandwich. That's nice. Then there'll be like maybe like a little tart or a little slice of cake, or sometimes there might even be a savoury pastry before that. It might be a sausage roll or something like that. But usually the pastry, the cake, the tarts, but everything's teeny tiny. You eat it all, you know, you can't get it put on plate, eat with your fingers, but it's all lovely. And apparently, what I discovered, the high tea, why it's so popular over in the Isle of Wight, is obviously Queen Victoria. She had her house there, didn't she? Her summer house there. And it was one of her ladies in waiting created high tea. Because in those days, they had breakfast and then they had lunch and then dinner was really, really late in the night. So come like 5 o'clock or something like that, you just fancy a bit of a nibble.
Yeah.
And one of her ladies in waiting said, I fancy a bit of a nibble. So she created this high tea and Queen Victoria loved it. And of course, in those days, if the Queen likes it, we like it. And it became a real high society thing. But I'll tell you what they did have. God, I forgot about this. They had a huge Isle of Wight music festival, a bit like Woodstock, way back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Jimi Hendrix and all that played. Yeah, the Isle of Wight festival back in, I suppose, late 60s, early 70s. It was huge. Hundreds of thousands of people turned up for a music festival in the Isle of Wight. That was a big deal.
That sounds like fun. Hey, were you a hippie?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, give me a bit of patchouli oil and I was off. Yeah.
You weren't even born yet. I'm telling you, this was fun. I learned so much and I feel high class now. The Queen of England! You know what? I like a Long Island iced tea, so I'm gonna have one of those and I'm gonna think I'm royalty.
You know what you should do? You should go over to the Isle of Wight, introduce them to the Long Island iced tea.
You're giving me ideas. If I could only get the nerve up to get on that plane, I'd make $1 million.
If you can get on the plane to go over there, I will leave my house and I'll come and meet you.
Well, Margo
Miracles.
just blew my mind, and if she just blew your mind, like and subscribe below because who knows what's gonna happen next.